Greetings and welcome back, the most dapper of evils. We have returned to Dungeons 2 for the final mission. Now, I've been considering this one at length, and I think we started with the ultimate evil at King's Landing. And we've been with the ultimate evil for a far longer ride than we have been with the chaotic evil. So at the very least, we're going to start with the ultimate evil. It's possible that I may play this twice with both. It depends a little bit, but let's see how things go, shall we?
Finally, King's Ending, the capital of the Alliance, lay before the ultimate evil.
Fantastic.
The last remaining heroes had gathered to defend it. Grumly, the Dwarven High King.
Grumly?
Guludrul, a powerful elemental warden who always had a song on her lips and a double bass in her luggage. And of course, Krotos, the demigod. Here it was then, the final battle. This is where the revolting evil would finally be able to quench its thirst for revenge.
The revolting evil?
The city would fall, and the heroes with it.
Also
King's
happy
Ending
about that.
Hadn't been built in a day, but it would fall in one. So, the ultimate evil, Anteportus.
I'm really not sure if I have faith that I'll be making it fall in a day. Have you seen the way I play this game? Okay, we've got plenty of gold. We've got plenty of other things around. Right, well, first off, as always, treasure room. Naturally. Then expand it. Turn that off. Expand this one. Also turn that off. Right, there we go. We want a few more goblins. There we are. Now then, we have not started with anything, which is an interesting one. You're going to have to do work much faster. Come on now. There we go. That's a little bit better, don't you think? Right, we've got plenty of rooms around the dungeon heart itself, it seems. So I'm pretty happy with that. Wouldn't mind... Yeah, we'll go up to 5. Hurry up. Going to need to expand this room now. There we go. Unfortunately, I wasn't fast enough expanding the room. So I'm going to beat you all in my frustration for my mistake. Let's see. We're going to need a room for beer, I would say. If we make it... well... Not really sure we need it that big. In fact, we don't. So that's not. Let's instead build out in this direction. And make it about that large. That should be good enough. And what we want in here is a mana chamber. About that big. The moment we've got that, we should be able to start summoning Nagas. There we go. And an orc, please. Ooh. We've got a work rate, plus 100. Okay, that one's a good one for a goblin, I would say. There we go. That's going to be our beer room. Let's have something similar over here for our goblins. Let's make the goblin room a little bit larger though, because, well, that being said... Yeah, let's make it a little bit larger. We can make it a bit more interesting with the placement of the workstations then. Right, for now, we don't need both of these, so we'll just have one. want more of this. So let's get that built up. I also now want you to start mining out gold. Alright, not too bad. Chop, chop. There we go. Also, you. Right, those are some of the more important ones. As soon as we've got the goblin area down, then we've got the basic setup ready. There we go. That's a big enough mana room, I feel, for more or less anything that we want to do. Ah, that's good. Just to randomly slap the imps. I don't even want them to work that much faster. I just wanted to hit them. I guess I didn't actually need an excuse. I am the ultimate evil. They should expect this, really. Okay. The Naga, though. Well, no special treatment for you. I'll allow the orc to get away with it this once. I must be arbitrary in my punishing.
Some creatures had been hiding in a secret room.
Fantastic.
They joined the ultimate evil.
Welcome. Slaps of welcoming. What? Oh well.
It's
That shouldn't
payday.
be too hard for us to deal with. Okay, so there are a number of camps that we need to wipe out. That's fine. Get as much of this done as fast as we can. Wouldn't mind a new Naga then in
Enemies
this
have entered
case.
the dungeon.
And we've not got enough gold after that point. Where are they? You know what? I'm not even going to rush to get anything set up there. Simply because the moment they start attacking the dungeon hard, all of my creatures are going to rush to its defense. Well, that being said, actually, why not? I don't yet have a hospital, which is not so great. Now, the reason I put them just off to the side is because the enemies would engage the dungeon hard first. I wasn't expecting them to change directions quite that fast, which is unfortunate. Oh no! Ah, scallywags. I didn't mean to do that. Also, I've managed to put a Naga on top of a flame killer. I find that awesome. Oh well. I guess you're just going to be getting me mana a little bit faster than usual, which I suppose isn't terribly bad. It's not quite what I want to do. Let's at least get some of these going. One about there will do. There we go. Now we are most definitely going to need a dungeon. Sorry, a hospital. A dungeon hospital. What do you expect I would have? You get sick, you get punished. Because you're clearly weak. Then you get treated. We'll actually expand this out so I can have 2 defibromats eventually. There, and then loads of beds. Seems like a good plan to me. Let's also expand this out, mine out some more gold. We are going to need an awful lot of it after all. Will you please stop belching? It is actually... watching you get drunk is making me thirsty. Not for booze, but it's making me thirsty. And I realized that I did not top up my cup before I started this recording. No wonder I've been just going around randomly slapping imps. I'm sorry, imps. Alright, let's have a look at you. We could go ahead and upgrade... yes, I think we will. We'll upgrade that now. Wouldn't mind getting another Naga as well. We like having lots of Nagas because... once we've got the training grounds, we can start working on getting them upgraded. perfect. Move faster. Definitely move faster. Hello there, all. No, you don't get a free pass anymore. You need a hospital, actually. You need it really soon, too. But I noticed that we didn't start with any research this time. It's not holding our hands, which is kind of interesting. It's 750 and 2 toolboxes. We've got the 2 toolboxes at the very least. Clearly, though, we actually need a couple more. Well, one more orc, actually. Then a couple more goblins. Chop, chop. As soon as this is done, I'm going to need a good couple of my little snots just working on mining for a while. We'll probably take them up to 8 little snots. I think once we've got that many, that should be as good for the rest of the game. What about you? Probably won't actually be that long before we can upgrade the population again. But there we go. That's all the little snots that we're going to need for now. So while you're working over there, let's mine this area down a little bit. Not sure what I'm going to put there yet, though. Possibly a Chaos Forge? That seems like a good idea. And I'm going to have to be very careful about my one Naga, who has no way of healing. To help them, get another orc. There we go.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
It's fine. It's fine. To be expected, really. Let's grab you specifically so I don't accidentally pick up low health. Okay. Where are you? There you go. And we're going to drop you down right there. Paying very close attention not to drop you on any skill books or indeed drop you on the dungeon hub. There we are. These guys are really no threat for my basic troops.
It's payday.
Everyone gets a little bit of leveling up. Right, good. Now we can get the hospital going. Chaos Forge will be the next thing we go for. Definitely. So let's expand this room out in ready, getting it ready for that. Let's mine this out. And then we can just seed it off, I suppose. Actually, yeah, we do want to mine it out, so we might as well do that now. Now you can get back to regular mining. Getting a Chaos Forge is going to be important for us, simply because having a Chaos Forge will allow us to research the speed for the little snots, which will greatly enhance our gold mining operations. I can just seal this area off eventually. There we go, and we'll just have the entrance be through the Chaos Forge area. Oh, actually, you are slowly recovering health anyway. I approve. Going to need a larger population, though.
Some creatures had been hiding in a secret room.
Wait.
They joined the ultimate evil.
Fantastic. Welcome slaps for you. I noticed that didn't affect my population cap. I approve of that enormously. Not actually noticed that before. Let's start over here. A very humble little hospital to begin with. Enough for now. I'm starting to worry we may not have enough beer production. That would be unfortunate. Well, we'll make this a little treasury for now, just to speed up the gathering of gold. That's right, beat up that little snot. Well done. Also, slaps of encouragement and approval. Well, not for you, just slaps for the little snot. But slaps of encouragement and approval for my orc. Right, the next one we want is definitely the Chaos Forge. So let's get that researched. Also, I would very much like to expand this so we've got a little bit more going on there. On there. Okay, spider's lair. Good to know. There we are. Is there any of these going to be... Nope. Can't actually gain any persistent... long-term gold mining nodes there, unfortunately. Our beer situation is getting worse. We'll build a second one. We don't need those. Looks like, yes, in there is where we're going to have renewable gold supplies. Alright, how are we doing over here? Spells would be what I want. I want Panic Retreat as the very first spell we get. Now let's have a quick look at the overworld. We've got a little camp right there. Probably worth smashing sooner rather than later because they've been sending some troops to us. Got a funny feeling though that the moment we smash that, we are going to summon all sorts of badness down upon us. How many goblins have we got? We have not got enough goblins. We want one. There we go. You can just make us more and more and more of these toolboxes for now. No, you're not getting any help. I'm not going to make it any closer. Even if it would make things better for me.
Entered your dungeon.
Okay, what kind of heroes have entered our dungeon is the question. They're starting to send bards now. That's a little bit of a worry. Got a lot of Nagas now. Just give them a moment to get into position. And that should do. Deploy the troops! Okay. Goblins first into the fray. Well done. You may be squishy, but you do not lack in courage.
It's payday.
Fantastic work, my minions. Expertly done. Though you took one heck of a pounding there. Well done, though. Who was it? Canny West. Fair enough. Right, let's see. What else can we mine? We can just slowly work our way around this spider's den, it seems. And start work on a power forge. Just get a basic one up and running first. There we are. We'll expand later. There we go. That's what we needed. Now we're going to need 1,000 gold. We've got enough mana, we just need a little bit more gold. And by a little, I mean a lot. I suppose we could speed things up by hitting the gold veins around here. That this point, I wouldn't mind looking at some simple doors. Actually, have a look. I wouldn't mind improving the treasuries, simply because we have got, or were having, some issues with the amount of gold that was piled up there. We look to be okay with it now, though. That's right, just keep going around. Eventually we'll get a bunch of people in there to attack. Okay, that looks like the way that we need to go. And then we'll just breach right about there. And we'll do that now, actually. We'll get minions in there, clear that area out. Ah, fantastic. Right. What I would very much like you to do... yeah, it's worth it in the long run. It really, really, really is.
Hopefully no one has arachnophobia. A spider nest has been discovered.
Honestly, if this was anything close to real life, those spiders would be happy to see me. They would completely welcome me in. There we go. All my minions may as well all get a bit of the XP. I've got a hospital at the end of the day, so anyone who gets hurt can be dragged off and healed. And there's a skill book. 2 skill books. Regeneration rate. Ooh. Cat Pettis. You can have that. And what have we got here? Chance of landing critical hit. So that's definitely going to go to one of my trolls. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've got another gold room. We'll set that up now. Eventually, we'll set this up completely as one enormous gold room. And everything will be golden. Oh, that was bad. I'll pull that up. And sell this room. Don't need it anymore. Got a little bit of gold back. Okay, there we go. How are we doing for... Ooh, we're actually really not doing too well for beer. Really, really doing poorly for that. Actually, improve rooms. Okay, well, there's nothing I can do about that. We need to commit some acts of evil, I fancy, before we can improve that situation. Let's go ahead and improve our population cap. And as soon as we have that, we can get some more trolls. And we'll expand this out as well. Okay, well, we've got enough little snots that we should be able to make use of this room. So let's actually do that. There we go. That will probably end up being one of my primary gold rooms for most of the game, I imagine. We do need to commit some new activity. Get a new troll. That is apparently not an active eagle, though. Alas, it would have made my life significantly easier if hiring a troll was. Let's not rely too much on traps. Let's actually... I do want to make a boulder trap or two, but let's focus instead on just getting out there and smashing some things first. Expand this out? Yes. We're not going to be able to put any more beds in there yet, but we can expand it at the very least. Okay, they've got a bard. Shouldn't be a problem, though. There we go. Our little snots are doing their jobs. How's everything going in here?
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Fantastic. Okay, well, we could look at getting our trolls a little bit more beefy. Swift slithering, get our Nagas a little bit faster. Or our orcs. Blind Rage. Send your standard orcs on a rage training. This enables the Blind Rage skill, which improves combat statistics dramatically over short periods of time. Or remind the orcs that they have toughness. Increase hit points. Oh, that's apparently all we need to do. Hey, by the way, you're not weak.
It's
what?
payday.
Really? Oh, well, I better stop dying soon. Scallywags. Well... Cat Paris Her with the healing flash. Glorious. There we are. Drag them off. Kanye West just doesn't seem to catch a break. I can't decide whether I feel bad or amused by this. Let's see what else is happening. We want some more beds. At least 2 more. There we go. Right, it is time for some more Veins of Evil, though, I feel. But just before we leave, let's expand this out. It's going to cost a little cash, but every little bit of cash is going to be worth it. Once we can have 2 trolls working in there. And in fact, a 3rd. There we go. Right, I'm afraid that you 2 are coming with us. And pretty much all of you are coming with us. You guys can just continue chilling out. Right, we're going to go and crush one of the heroes' lairs outside. And then we are going to wrap up this episode. See if we got everyone together. Now, there's no healing with you, which is unfortunate. It's been a little while since I haven't been able to bring any healing with us. First one you need to kill is him.
There was a nice, quiet little village near the gate to the vengeful evil's dungeon.
Oh, my lord.
Here, unsuspecting peasants tilled their fields and sheep peacefully grazed. Unfortunately, this would not last much longer.
Sheep grazing will go on for a long time.
Evil would reduce this land to ashes.
The sheep will be fine, though. Just saying. Energy, yes, I wouldn't mind getting Dicer. Take that. Looks like we need to destroy these completely before I can recall any of my units, which is a bit of a pain. We're going to need that done. Oh, man, they're spread out. That's rubbish. You're going to need to smash this very quickly.
As might be expected, the creatures of the strategically savvy evil made short work of the nice,
let's get you guys back.
That had the misfortune of lying a little too near to the dungeon.
Please hurry up.
Its destruction, however, had not gone unnoticed.
I knew that was coming.
The thick smoke plumes and the change in the river were a bit of a giveaway. The imminent arrival
yes,
of a few Alliance troops was to be expected.
There we go. Right, managed to save you all. You're very lucky to have such a caring overlord as me. I'll even give you another bed. Another 2 beds. That's how caring an overlord I am. Can we upgrade this yet? Really? We still cannot. Wow. It's a little bit of a thorny issue there. Yeah, sure. We'll research all of them.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
That's fine. Now that is actually quite some force, but we're going to have to wait until the next episode to find out how many of my creatures perish trying to fight it. I do hope you've enjoyed this one and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.